Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Claude and the Banstas. Hope you're well. We've got Mr. Lee Chappie with us. How you doing, mate? Hope you're well.
Oh, man. Good afternoon, everyone. I hope everyone's good in the chat. I hope you're all staying safe in these weird times. And thank you for having me on again. 2 days in a row.
What's going on? I mean, we're going to have to start paying proper appearances for you, mate.
Let's not go there. People used to have to pay shit to get me on stuff, I'm telling you. That's probably a story for another time.
No, exactly, mate. Exactly. Listen, while we were talking about that, mate, plug you're going to do a question and
yeah, I think I'm going to do a live Q&A at some point. I think that's probably the best thing to do because lots of people are starting to ask me questions now about all sorts of different things, and it's like I'd rather just try and keep it all in one video. So probably we end up doing a live Q&A about like my time during the media heist of Leicester winning the league and me hitting the newspapers and TV all over the bloody world and being dragged all over the country for different things like nightclub events and God knows what else was going on at that crazy time. To being blocked by Jamie Vardy on social media, to being conned by a fraudster, to everything, to the growing into a YouTuber like yourselves. It's been one hell of a journey, so I'm open to do a Q&A.
Yeah, it sounds good, mate, and we'd definitely be tuning in. Obviously, we know a few of your little antics you used to get up to years ago, so which I won't give away just yet. And we'll wait until obviously you announce them, Lee. That'll be a great show, mate.
Yeah, man, I'm looking forward to doing it big time.
Right, let's get straight into it, Lee. Let's talk a little bit about Leicester first.
Let's
get this and show everyone. Obviously, your transfers during the window wasn't great, was it?
What transfers? What transfers? I mean, look, I'll just tell you this: we've transferred out Damari Gray to Bayer Leverkusen. He's gone for 3 million euros, whatever you want to call it. Slimani has gone to French side Lyon on a free. So those two are gone. Deadwood are gone out of the building. There's a lot of wages there to save. And then we've got some loanees that have gone out too, including some young lads, Wright, James, Iverson, Johnson, Musqui and Benkovic, who we brought back from Celtic under Brendan Rodgers. He played under Brendan Rodgers at Celtic. So he's gone to Leicester's second club, actually. We have a second club in Belgium called OHL. They're in the Premier League, actually, the Belgian Premier League. But no ins. We didn't get anyone to come in. We looked like we was on the race to get your Mr. Is it Maitland-Niles? Maitland Miles? Yeah. And got that one the wrong way around. And I think Arsenal put out something like they wouldn't want to give us a player because they see us as a European competition. Is that right?
Yeah, well, obviously, apparently that we don't want to loan out any of our players to teams that are around us and are fighting for the top sort of 8th places and things like that. Now, look, if I'm being totally honest, Lee, someone put in the chat yesterday, which I totally understand. If Maitland-Niles come to Leicester at this precise moment, would he be a first-team starter for your eyes?
Oh, right now?
Yeah,
probably. Probably because of the injuries we've got.
Yeah.
We've got Ndidi out, injured for 1 to 2 weeks. We've got Vardy out for another 1 to 2 weeks. Fofana is now injured for 5 to 6 weeks. Dennis Pratt's out for 3 months. Timothy Castagna, the Belgium international on the right back, he's now pulled a hamstring issue, so he's going to be out. Don't forget the players that have only just come back as well. Daniel Amarte just returned from a leg break for 2 years. Pereira's had nearly a year out of football. Soyuncu's been out for 3 months. Under's been out. Evans has got an ongoing problem with his vision, blurred vision and some sort of muscle problem. Maddison's had knee problems. We are in a situation where, like, I could get in the team at this point.
So are you saying that you should change your name from Leicester City to Leicester Hospital?
Well, yeah, Leicester Infirmary FC, yeah. It's mad.
Bloody hell, a few injuries, mate.
It's mad, mate. Honestly, we are a squad. Somehow, I don't know how we're in that top 4 still, but I think if we carry on the way we're going to drop out, unfortunately. And again, out of our own hands. Injuries seem to be the reason why we lost Champions League football last season, and it looks like it might just end up being the same this season too.
Well, I mean, that was a few injuries. So you would have liked to have got Maitland-Niles then, Lee?
Well, I'd have liked to have seen a face come in, someone. But we've had no one come in. We've had outs, but no ins. Yeah.
So going by all them injuries that you just said, then Lee. I mean, what are your thoughts going forward for Leicester then? For the rest of the season.
Yeah. The thing is, we lost to Fulham at home in the King Power Stadium 2-1 on the previous fixture, and that's our next fixture. Our next fixture is Fulham. I'm not confident. I'm not confident because of the way that we are at the moment with these injuries. I just hope we can still keep getting the results, but I can't see where the goals are coming from. Perez is definitely not a striker. Iheanacho is £25 million. Saw us coming. Man City saw us coming. Yeah. We haven't got a plan around Vardy, unfortunately.
Well, I mean, how old is he now, Lee?
Same age as me, 34.
34. So, I mean, how much longer do you think you've got with Vardy? Obviously, with the injuries that he's picking up and all lately. Yeah. I mean, how much longer do you think you've got before you're going to be a stretch for a forward?
Well, he's been carrying this hip problem for quite some time. We're talking probably 2 years. But he's finally had to have it done. It's just a minor hernia operation, which he's had done. So if it's only that, I think he'll be all right, as long as it's only just the minor hernia operation. I think otherwise he's still fit as a fiddle. I just hope it isn't his age catching up with him and he's going to get more, serious injuries along the way. Because if you do at this age, it's really game over, isn't it, at this age?
Yeah, yeah. A good question here from Luke. He said, any Vardy replacement that you would like, Lee?
Brendan Rodgers played with a guy, I think I mentioned him last night on the stream. Brendan Rodgers had a guy called Edouard, Celtic's Edouard. He's got a very good stat. It's like we're talking 70-odd goals in 150 appearances for Celtic. He's a PSG former academy. He's got French international caps in under-17s, under-19s, now under-21s. He seems like he's a very decent player, and Celtic are in trouble right now. So why not? I bet he'll want to move to a bigger club, and I say bigger club. Celtic are probably a bigger club historically, but I mean, in terms of right now at this very moment, I'd say Leicester's the better place to go than Celtic. Why not? Why not? Yeah. And he's played under Rodgers before.
Yeah, Roger knows everything about him. He knows how he plays.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying.
I think that'd be a great deal if you can get him. I mean, he'd be a great asset to any team at the moment. I mean, he seems to be doing it in Scotland. Obviously, the Premiership.
Yeah, different league.
So, but oh God, my dad's in the chat. He just said, I just heard that Captain Tom has sadly passed away. Oh.
Well, I'm going to Google that right now, because if that's true, then that's really bad.
Captain died at the age of 100. I mean, unbelievable. That's very, very sad news. Rest in peace to Tom. There's Tom Moore. Yeah, deserves a cap.
It done absolutely. I mean, how much money did that man raise for the NHS?
Absolute millions.
No one else could have done that.
No, exactly. No one else could have done that.
Not even our own government. Not even our own government could have done that.
No, exactly. It was a shame because he couldn't have the injection, could he? Because he was already suffering with pneumonia, so he couldn't have the needle. And unfortunately, he caught COVID and he's died at 100 years old. I'm glad that they knighted him last year, though.
Yes. What a life as well. 100 years old. Imagine the things he's seen and done.
2 world wars. You know what I mean? It's ridiculously 2 world wars. The COVID at the moment. Yeah, I mean, thoughts and prayers go out to his family.
Yeah.
And let's hope his campaign continues.
Statue.
Statue. Exactly, mate. Statue. So that's very sad news. Thanks for letting us know that. Lee, let's move on a little bit from Leicester then quickly. Let's get your point of views on what do you think about Arsenal's transfer window, because obviously we had a lot of. Let me just put this on the screen again so everyone can see and let everyone know our transfer business. Our ins, obviously, we didn't have a lot of ins, but we got Martin Odegaard from Real Madrid Looks like a fantastic prospect. Obviously, it's only a loan deal at the moment, but there are we can have talks at the end of the season if he performs, hopefully, and we can buy him. And obviously, we got Matt Ryan in from Brighton for a backup goalkeeper. But our Rats was absolutely fantastic for a club that have been needing to get rid of Deadwood for ages. Lee, Mesut Ozil, Mustafi, Kosniak, Socrates, all gone, all off the book.
Mkhitaryan, you got rid of him, didn't you?
That
was that in the summer? That was in the summer, though, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was in the summer. Yeah, we've obviously got a couple of loanees that we've got out and all, Maitland Knowles, Joe Willock, Saliba.
Yeah.
So I mean, what do you think of that, Lee?
Well, Maitland-Niles in particular is one that is more of a getting some game time and getting some football behind him, because he's bound to come back, right?
Yeah.
But I mean, the one that I still don't get, I know that wasn't this window, the one I don't get is selling Martinez and then getting in a bloody Brighton goalkeeper. I don't understand that. I still, to this day, I don't understand that. Especially last season, how Leno was injured and Martinez came in. It was unbelievable. He had probably maybe the season of his career so far. And I don't get it. But, oh well, it is what it is. But Thomas Partey, let's talk about him. He came in this season as a neutral. I'm looking at him thinking, yeah, he's a good player. I didn't, to be honest with you, I didn't really know a lot about him. I know he was from Atletico, and I'd seen a few videos of him. You know, you always get the video clips put out. You know, when you're linked to a player, you get these montages and stuff. So I've seen a few of them, and yeah, he seems like a very good player for you boys, and a steal probably for 50 mil.
Listen, look, for me, I think this is what I've been saying for ages, Lee. Do you know what I mean? For 16 years, we've been going backwards as a club. And, you know, the experienced manager of Wenger that we had, experienced manager of Emery that we had, they didn't bring in these two players in these two positions that we've needed for years and years and years, Lee. Let's be real. Not just Arsenal fans that could see that. It was other fans like yourself that could see that. We needed a defensive midfielder and we needed a defensive, a central back, a great centre back. We've gone out last summer and we've plugged them two holes, one with Partey and one with Gabriel. Unfortunately, at the moment, they've had a couple of niggles, and you know what I mean. We've not had a good half a season with them at the moment. But every game that they've played in the Premier League, especially Partey at the moment, have been absolutely fantastic. And not only have they been fantastic, you can see the confidence, the way that the other players are playing. Because let's be real, right? Let's be real. I was speaking to my dad and my brother earlier on about it, Lee. And Xhaka, right? I never thought in a million years that I would be saying that he's done very well in the last 5 or 6 games. Never thought that. He's been here for 4 years, 4.5 years, 5 years, whatever it is. And I can count on one hand how many great games he's had. But in the last 4 games, he's come up. So just having someone like Partey, his stature, his strength, his knowledge, you know what I mean? Someone like that, and who can get the ball and get the ball straight upfield from defence is absolutely fantastic. And I'm excited about him, Lee.
Yeah. Going on some odd transfers for you boys. I think as a neutral, I like to give you my honest opinion. I think the odd one is David Luiz and obviously Willian. They're two very odd transfers that I didn't think would happen. How has David Luiz really done at Arsenal?
Listen, again, for me, I'm not a lover of him. I didn't want him, to be honest, from the start. He's very, very hit and miss. You know what I mean? He'd have 1 or 2 good games, and then he'd have an absolute mare of a game. Do you know what I mean? Absolute everything to go wrong for him, and he'll muck up. But again, since Partey's come in, since Gabriel's come in, I think it's lifted these players up, and they've got to perform now when they get on the pitch, Lee, because now they know if they don't, they're not going to be playing.
Well, yeah, and you've got quite a large squad as well compared to us. You've got a large squad, so I suppose you've got to play for your place. Is there any update on what's going on with Aubameyang, by the way, and his personal issues? Because I don't really know what's gone on with that.
all we know is what I know is that his mum was very, very ill. Obviously, they must have got some sort of information that it weren't great, but when he obviously went there, it turned out fine. I think. Hopefully, I don't really know if it's fine or it ain't as bad as what it is. But whatever it is, it's personal. That's fine. It's not a problem. But he's back in training. The information that come out of Arsenal.com yesterday was that he's back in training and they're just waiting on the protocols to see with the COVID thing and all that whether he can play tonight or not.
I'm see. So it's probably yeah. Well, you know what, the Premier League though is doing really well, really, with the whole protocols of COVID and stuff and keeping it going. It's just a shame that that's not being filtered down to the lower leagues because they're the ones that are suffering. The Premier League giants are fine really for money. As you can see, some of the spending going on still, but it's a shame that such slower down are struggling to play. It's naff, to be honest with you. Like my lad, I know it's completely different stuff, but my lad's he plays for his local side down here. He can't play, and he wants to play. He wants to play. It's football, man. It brings everyone together and stuff. And it's just a shame that there's not a way of getting some of the lower leagues to play, really. Yeah. But I don't know.
I totally agree with you. What's your thoughts and feelings then on Arsenal and where they're going to finish this season? How do you think they'll do? Just, of your opinion, Lee.
Well, you started slow. It looked poor. But one thing I'm glad you have done is stuck with the manager. Yes. I hate the amount of times now in this era of football where everything's just blamed on the manager. At the end of the day, the manager isn't always the one signing the players. You've got a team surrounding the whole of the club that sign players, scouts, and God knows what else that goes on. It's not just the manager that signs players at all. In fact, I don't even think Brendan Rodgers has had to deal with anything to do with that lately at the club. It's all done by the club. He's just there to manage what he's got. And look at it this way. At the start of the season, Arteta had to try and make chicken salad out of chicken shit. That's exactly how it worked.
Exactly.
And he's finally starting to make chicken salad, starting to come together. It is. It's starting to come together. The forms are starting to come together. I know you didn't get the result against United, but hey, it's a point. It's better. You didn't get battered, did you? So you've got to take what you can.
I totally agree, mate. Look, at the end of the day, I think what people don't realise is that they keep comparing him to Emery, and God knows what, Emery didn't have this time. Look, Emery's gone. Emery had his time. He didn't do it. He's gone. Right, let's move on. Look, I've got no problem with anyone saying that they're Arteta out because they don't think that he's a good manager. Like he ain't going to do it for Arsenal. He hasn't got the experience. I think we're wasting. I've got no problem with that. But why he's here? Why not just back him at the moment?
Yeah, or why, instead of doing your hashtag Arteta out shit that you usually do, why don't you actually have a bit of a research about who's in charge of the signings and stuff at your club and put hashtag them out instead? How's about that?
Exactly, Lee. Exactly that. And not just that, Lee. Not just that, right? He's come in his first 6 months. This is what I can't understand. As an unexperienced manager, like these Arteta out people keep saying, he's come in and won 2 trophies. I know that one of them that people talk about it's a charity shield or whatever. He's won 2 trophies in 6 months.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And then not only that, after that, for the next 6 months, yes, we had a bad run in the Premier League and, things weren't going right. But then he's cleared that 3/4 of the deadwood, 3/4 of the culture at that club, the clique of Ozil, Mustafi, Socrates, all these players that have played 500 odd games for Arsenal, got the experience there, probably in the background, telling the players what not to do, and having, their say on it. He's got rid of them now. So for me, after yesterday when that window closed, this is a new Arsenal. It's a new era. And it's a new culture going forward.
Yep. You've gone through that transitional period of getting rid of £500 grand a week players that aren't even playing football. You've got rid of your Sanchez's, you've got rid of your Ozils, and you've got through, you've got through a manager or 2, but look at it this way. You still won a trophy. I don't care what anyone says in the chat. it's only the FA Cup. The FA Cup used to be the most prestigious cup in England to win. They used to have an event on for nearly a full day on TV for one game.
Yes.
Almost like a royal wedding. It was treated as something spectacular. What killed it? The Premier League and the TV rights. That's what killed it. Nothing else. That's what killed it. So the Premier League, whatever, but the FA Cup is still one of the most prestigious cup in this country, and you boys won it again, by the way. Exactly. Again.
Yep. Yeah. I mean, I just don't.
I don't know what else fans want out of a club. You've won a trophy. You're in a transitional period, getting rid of the biggest legend of your club, Arsene Wenger. That could be controversial. It could not be. But he is. He was the manager at the time of the most highest point in your club, which means he is a legend in your club. I don't care about where it went to. He was there. Yeah. End of discussion.
I totally agree with what you just said, Lee. That is absolute facts, what you just said. And I don't understand what else fans want. Look, I know that they're saying that they want an experience. They would prefer an experienced manager. That's what they say, because if an experienced manager was here, we would have been a little bit further up the lead. We probably
He is experienced. He's experienced at playing at the team. He knows the club. He knows everything about the club. Give him fucking time. There you go.
Lee. Do you want to do my job? that is absolutely brilliant, mate. I think you have been spot on about Arsenal from start to finish, and I just wish everyone would just give him just a bit more time, because I've been saying it since Arteta come in. I mean, even when we won the FA Cup and the Charity Shield, I said, look, he's done that with these players that are here now. What can he do? What can he do once he's built his own team?
Exactly.
What can he do? But he can't do that. He can't do that in one or two windows.
Yep.
And you know what I mean? I'll be saying, give him until next season. You know what I mean? Because come this summer window now, I'm going to be real. I did not think that Arsenal Football Club would have got rid of all these players in January. So for me, that's come 6 months even earlier. And that to me now says, right, we've got. There was a comment earlier on. I can't remember where it's gone, but someone was saying that's £700,000 a week off of our wage bill.
Wow,
£700,000 a week off of our wage bill. So
put it into perspective. Leicester couldn't afford to pay that sort of money out. So that's where the level Arsenal are compared to Leicester. I'm not knocking my own club. I'm just saying that's the level that you boys are at to Leicester. You can afford to pay these big bills. We were linked to Ericsson, right, during this transfer window. He wanted 300 grand a week. Leicester probably could afford it if they really wanted to. There's a pandemic on. Why the fuck are you putting out 300 grand a week for a player that you're not going to own? It's not happening. Leicester are not that silly. But Arsenal, you've got the money to do things like that. I honestly, it annoys me that fans jump on bandwagons of this trend of getting a manager's name on social media, Arteta out. It pisses me off because you've not given even a thought. It's like, put it this way, Arteta, what's happened here? He's jumped into a new car, right? When you drive a new car straight away, okay, you can drive because you've got a license. Yeah, you can drive it, but you don't know the fucking car. You've got to learn the car. Exactly. It's as simple as that. It's not difficult to understand that, but unfortunately, there's too many casual numpties out there that don't get, just don't understand common sense.
Lee, this is like having a proper grown-up conversation with someone, and I ain't had it for ages. You know what I mean? But no, look, everything you said is everything that I keep saying. And people say, well, all you keep doing is defending Arteta. No, I'm not defending him. What I'm saying is that there will be a point, obviously.
Yeah.
There will be a point when I turn around and say, look, you're not doing it. You need to go. But look at the whole situation.
Oh, dear. Ryan Tooley just put, he didn't have a license, though, did he? It's his first job. Yeah, you say that, but he's already done his provisional because he was at the club. He's already done his tests. All right? Give him fucking chance, man.
And not only that, he was doing his provisional under one of the best managers in the world too, Pep.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
And he won an FA Cup. He won an FA Cup in his first car. Leicester haven't won an FA Cup yet.
Exactly, Lee. And these people that keep saying about the experienced managers, right?
I'd
These
love to.
are the ones that wanted Mourinho in, wanted Carlo Ancelotti in. What are they doing that is so special at their clubs now? What they could have done at Arsenal, I don't understand.
I don't know. But anyway, yeah, rant over.
Yeah. I know we're short on time. Another sort of 5-10 minutes. Is that okay, Lee?
Yeah, we're good for another 10 minutes, mate. And I'm not brainwashed, Ricardo. No, I'm not brainwashed at all. I'm just speaking facts. You're a massive club in a very good position financially. You've got some very, very good players at your club and some very good youngsters as well. Look at Saka. Look at Tierney. Look how good your players have got. You've got some sick players in your side. Mm-hmm. Stop bantering the manager and get behind your players, first of all. Jesus.
Exactly. The only problem that Arsenal have got on the whole at the moment, Lee, for me, is the same as what you was talking about earlier on with the injuries that you've got. Unfortunately, the best players that we've got like Gabriel, we've got Partey, we've got Smith Rowe, we've got Saka, we've got Tierney, we've got Martinelli. 6 of them are our best players that should be starting every game. But they don't start every game at the moment. That's the problem. And we haven't got the players in our squad after that to replace them with.
Yeah.
At the moment. Do you know what I mean?
But,
so that's the only problem we've got, Lee.
But a lot of squads at the moment in the Premier League are starting to have a lot of trouble with injuries. You know, I've already discussed Leicester's. You only need to look elsewhere. But other teams go out and buy players. That's the thing. Like Liverpool, their transfer window yesterday, they've bought some recovery players for situations that they've got themselves in with the injuries. Leicester haven't. Arsenal, I'm not so sure if you have or not, but look, it is what it is. At the end of the day, we're in a pandemic. Only so much money is about at the moment to spend. The clubs have got to be careful with their resources that they're spending. It's best to get rid of some deadwood that you've got, which you have done. And Leicester have done too. That's what it's about at the minute. It's about saving money, not spending fucking millions of pounds and millions of pounds when you don't need to.
Just to prove our argument, Lee, because you're exactly right. Man City got all the money in the world, basically. They didn't go out and spend. They didn't go out and spend because of the situation that we are in now, mate.
Yep. And I know I said it yesterday, and I know some people will say different to me, but if there is top class players in brilliant form that are available to buy in January, I want to know why.
Yeah.
Why are they available?
Yeah.
That doesn't make sense. You're in the middle of a season. Why would a good player in form be available to buy? Exactly. It don't make sense. It doesn't make sense to me. January transfer window doesn't make sense, which is why we've had no business.
Exactly. It's more for just players to get in for loans just because of injuries and that.
Yeah.
That's where it always has been. Or a one-off signing that everyone get and that's it. It ain't like the summer window. So the January transfer window should be just for loans, I think, anyway, for clubs that are struggling with injuries. So that's what it should be. Let's move on quickly, Lee, and finish off on this. Predictions for the games on tonight and tomorrow. Let's start with Sheffield United, West Brom.
Sheffield United to finally get a well-deserved win at home. We all loved the one against United, and I'm going to go Sheffield United to win 2-1 against West Brom.
I'm going to agree with you, Lee. I'm going to go 2-1. I would have gone for West Brom if Maitland-Niles was available to play for him today, but he's not. He won't be into the weekend. So I'm going to go Sheffield United, same as you, 2-1, mate. Big one. One of the big ones. Excuse me. Wolves versus Arsenal.
That's tonight. What time is that? Is that an 8 o'clock kickoff?
No, 6 o'clock.
Oh, is it 6? Is it? Arguably, I don't think you deserve the win against United, which is obviously the reason why he drew. But Nuno's not won, 8 games now? I think has he got an 8-game streak that they've not won?
Something like that. Yeah, I think it is. Yeah, 7 or 8 games.
So I'm going to go with the way that he played against United. Didn't have the most chance. I didn't watch the full game, but from what I've seen on the highlights, it wasn't the greatest of games anyway. I'm going to go with... sorry, Terry. I'm going to go 0-0.
Okay, that's what my dad's put, by the way. He's said the same as you, Lee.
Goalless game.
Listen, for some reason, I'm very, very confident about tonight. I don't know why. I'm going to go for Wolves 0, Arsenal 3. I think we're going to come out. I think we're going to play well. That all depends on Lowly. That all depends on the side he picks. If we can pick more or less the best 11 that we've got and they're all fit, then I'm going to go 3-0 for Arsenal.
Yeah. Well, what was your players you picked for against United? Was it Lacazette front, Pepe? Was it Rowe?
We had
middle Rowe, wasn't it? Xhaka,
Pepe and
Martinelli. It was Martinelli, wasn't
it? Yeah. Martinelli.
But Partey's, you say, not available.
No, Partey should be available. Yeah, Partey's available.
Right.
The only one that ain't available that I can remember is Tierney. I don't think he'll be available. But at the moment, Cedric is doing very well there. So
I might change my mind. Actually, I might go Arsenal 1-0.
Okay, not a
problem, I'm going to go Arsenal 1-0.
All right. Well, let's see. Man United, Southampton.
I've done a couple of watch-alongs on another channel called Mundo Sporto, and Southampton's been the side I've been watching. They've been really good. I know we beat them, and I think overall they look good though. They press hard against United. Southampton. It's gonna be tight. It's at Old Trafford. They don't want to lose again, surely. 2-2.
I'm going to go 1-1. I don't think they've won in 3 games, have they? They lost to Sheffield United, drew with us.
Yeah.
And now
2-2.
Yeah. I'm going to go 1-0. I'm going to go a draw. Newcastle Palace.
That's tough because Newcastle are all over the place. 1 minute Steve Bruce is going redder than a beetroot. The next he's cheering for a win. Palace 2-1.
Palace 2-1, yeah? Oh. So I think both of these teams are quite hard to predict because, like, I think both of them they win a game and then they lose 3 or 4 games.
It's guesswork, mate. I think with Newcastle, especially with Steve Bruce there. I speak to a lad called Matty Renty on the Magpie channel. You should probably collab with them at some point. They're very good.
Oh yeah, definitely, mate. Send us over the his Finnans and I'll get in contact with him, mate.
It's a good lad, honestly.
Do you know what? I'm going to go Newcastle. I don't know why. They're coming back off a great 2-0 win the other day. Hopefully that gives them the confidence. I just think that they're going to win. So I'm going to go Newcastle 1-0. Burnley, Man City.
Man City are about 12 games in a row, aren't they? Now,
yeah.
In all competitions, I think. I can't see him losing to Burnley. Mind you, Sean fucking Dyche. I might not want to go fucking down, you slags. He might want to turn it round and win, but I can't see it, to be honest with you. If anything, it's going to be a whitewash of like 3 or 4-0 to Man City.
I totally agree. Look, I think Burnley are atrocious at the moment, to be honest. I think they're playing really bad.
If they go in the mud, we'll sign Tarkowski if you don't mind, Sean. Sean fucking die. Send him to the fucking Foxes.
I'm gonna go 4-0 Man City. Fulham, Leicester.
Dear. Depends what side we've got left by tomorrow. Depends what side we've got left. I could just see something like Kasper Schmeichel breaks his fingers in training. So tough because they've already beat us. And we need revenge. I'm going to go 2-1 Leicester. It's tough. We've got no players. We've got absolutely no players.
All them players that you said are at, it's you're going to play with a
We've still got Barnes. We've still got Harvey Barnes. We've still got James Justin. We've still got Maddison. I think that's enough to
because you Maddison there. I'm going to go 2-1. 2-1 Leicester.
Okay.
2-1 Leicester. My dad's saying 2-1 to Fulham. I'm sorry, Lee. He said.
Yeah.
Who we got next? Leeds versus Everton.
Oh, that's going to be a great game. That's going to be a really good game, that is. Leeds absolutely destroyed us in the weekend. But I think there was some tactical problems. We lost our right back, Castagna, and then we subbed off Brighton. It all went wrong from there. But they just attack no matter what. Even if they're like 2-0 down, they'll just keep going, Leeds, and keep going and keep going. Bielsa loves that style of play. I'm going to go Leeds to win 2-1.
Yeah, I'm going to go the same. I think Leeds they won't sit back. They won't sit back even if they're losing. Do you know what I mean? They don't care. I don't think Bielsa cares if they're losing. He will still attack. I think Everton. Look, they're a bit of a bogey team, really. You know what I mean? They sort of win a couple and then they go on a losing streak and all. So no, I'm going to go Leeds 2-1, same as you.
Okay.
Another good game. Aston Villa, West Ham.
Yeah, that's a tough one to pick. I think, was it the last time they played? It was a 0-0 draw. I think
it was.
Let's have a quick look. Both sides drew 0-0.
Yeah,
0-0 in the last one. It's only right that there's going to be some goals in it this time round. Villa to nick it at the death. 1-0. 1-0.
I'm going to go 1-1. I'm going to go 1-1. I think it'd be another draw. I think both teams are, let's be honest, they're doing absolutely brilliant this season at the moment. You know what I mean? Where they are in the league. But Villa have still got a few games in hand over both of us, I think, haven't they?
Yeah, mate. Honestly, they beat us. I don't want to talk about it because I've got colleagues at work that are Villa fans, and if I,
are they? Bloody
yeah, I'm not clipping this online talking about Villa.
Hopefully, we can do you a favour on Saturday because we've got them Saturday. So
yeah, that'll be good.
That'd be good. Liverpool versus Brighton.
I think they'll whitewash them again. I think it'll be an easy, comfortable win for them. 2-0, just comfortable 2-0.
Oh, Brighton, they're coming off of a good win against Tottenham, aren't they? 1-0.
They are, but Liverpool will be too good for them at Anfield. Mind you, was bloody Burnley that done them. So
yeah. No, I'm going to go 3-1 Liverpool. I can't see anything else apart from Liverpool.
I can't see anything else. 2-0.
Right, big game on Thursday. The
Huge.
Spud, Tottenham versus Chelsea.
The most boringest, goalless draw you've ever seen in your life. 0-0. Spurs would just sit back. Jose Mourinho has parked up his coach with all his academy players on. 0-0.
I'm going to go 1-1. I think exactly like you. I think it's going to be a boring game.
Oh God, yeah, frustrating, boring.
Yeah, Son will score early on, I think, and then all Tottenham will deal with just sit back, try and get the 3 points. But I think Chelsea will get an equaliser. I'm going to go 1-1. 1-1 for me.
He's got his tactics wrong at the minute, Mourinho.
Listen, I think he does that quite often. That's why I didn't want him, to be honestly. I think he does it all.
Maybe his methods are slightly extinct now. I'm just quoting other channels, to be fair. I don't watch a lot of Spurs, to be fair. I only watch. There's only a certain few teams that I like to enjoy watching. So I won't call them out either. I'll keep that one to myself. That's probably a better thing to do. But yeah.
No. I mean, we can look back. Look, Lee, I know you're strapped for time, mate, so I'm going to call it a day there. I just want to thank you for coming on, mate. Really appreciate it. And I know we're going to try and be doing this as often as we can each week whenever you're free. So if you just know at 4 o'clock, any day that you're free, apart from Tuesday, because obviously normally that's Craig, but you took Craig's place.
Look, honestly, I don't mind if Craig can't make it. Just try and hit me up, and I'll see if I can do it. Because me and Craig do a lot of stuff together over on his sister channel now as well, Mundo Sporto. So I've got your number, I've got his number. We can always touch base with what's what. It's all cool.
Yeah, brilliant, Lee. Thank you very much, mate. Listen, I hope Leicester win for you, mate, and give you a nice 3 points on Wednesday. It is Wednesday, isn't it? We did say.
Yes, it's tomorrow. I'm doing a watch along tomorrow. If anyone wants to join in, that'd be great. It's already scheduled as well, so you can check that one out straight away. It's already on the channel, ready to go for tomorrow. Get the likes up on it as well. Just hit 6,000 subs as well. Woo! And yeah, so it's all good. So I'm proper putting out the content now as well, and obviously you can see I've got some nice little layouts and stuff. So see how we go.
Yeah, no. Look, I just want to thank you again because obviously the reason why I've got the screen that I've got now is because you've helped me out a lot. I know it's nowhere near yours, but you've spent a few more years.
Yeah, but the way that you've done it, it kind of looks how I was about maybe 18 months ago when I was started testing it all out. So you know, you get better as you do it. So
No, look, thanks again, Lee, for coming on. Really appreciate it, mate. And hopefully we'll see you again soon.
Yeah, definitely, mate. Take care. Hope you get a good result as well. And come on, the Blues! Come on, the Foxes! Come on!
Come on, the Arsenal! Arteta in!
R.I.P. Captain Tom.
Yes, R.I.P. Yeah, exactly. Thoughts and prayers going to his family. Our condolences, and we'll see you up. Well, I'll see you again at 6:15. Obviously, we've got a live watch along of the Wolves Arsenal game. Hopefully, 3 points. Like I said earlier, new Arsenal, new era, new culture. Let's get 3 points. We can go 6th tonight. We can go 6th tonight if we win. Obviously, there'll be a few teams that got a few games in hand, but like everyone used to tell me when I was a kid, you'd rather have the points than the games, because you know if you don't win your games, you don't get 3 points, Lee.
That's it.
So, thank you very much, everyone. I'll see you at 4:45 for the game.
See you later, guys.